Hi guys, so 1984 we've got Winston Smith, he's in Victory Mansions. We know that that environment is not sounding nice. We know that his flat does not sound great. We know that they're suffering, he's low paid, Victory Mansions doesn't have electric all day. It just sounds dreadful, doesn't it? We're on to question 4. Question 4 is going to test you a little bit harder than question 3, because on this paper, the questions just get that little bit harder each time. That's not an excuse to give up, okay? You can still get a grade 5 on this question. And that's your magic pass, isn't it? With the best golden ticket to the next part of your education. So question 4, we treat it as a how does the writer or a writer's craft question. Quite often question 4 they'll ask you about mood and atmosphere. Not always. Look at the bullet points. But this time round you are asked for some structure on this question, some response to structure. So you're going to treat it exactly the same as a how does the writer question, but you're going to add in some comments on structure. There's some beautifully easy ways to do this, okay? So we're told, we're going to read paragraph 5. We're asked, how does the writer show an increasing sense of the threat that Winston is under in these lines? So we're going to look for the threat. We're going to look for the threat increasing. So as we read down the page, it should be that because that's happening and because that's happening and then this is added in, that threat gets bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? So that's how we're going to approach it. That's a threat, that's a threat, that's a threat. I know they're threats because of the language that the writer used, but I'm also going to add in that next he adds this in. This is further emphasised by the end, there's the biggest threat of all. Okay, that's how we do structure. Other than that, we do exactly the same thing we normally do. So we divide up our 15 minutes that we have for this. We try to do the reading preparation in 5 to 6 minutes, okay? So in a moment, you're going to pause and you are going to go and look for where is it a threatening situation. Now, the best thing to do here is not to just keep saying, oh, and that sounds threatening, that looks threatening. Put yourself in Winston's shoes, okay? Be Winston. And then think, oh, blimey, if I was in that situation, he's just had helicopters looking through the window, or these flats have. How awfully frightening that would be, wouldn't it? Okay, put yourself in the situation, look at where there's a sense of threat, that something terrible is going to happen, something bad's going to happen, that he's going to be hurt in some way. We don't know what the threat is, but put yourself in his shoes. Underline where you think there's a threat. Take note. If there's adjectives or similes or a metaphor or there's just a nice piece of description, that's fine. And if you can, just add in one piece of annotation each time, okay? Try for 10. Go and spend your 5 to 6 minutes. Time yourself and I will meet you back here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.